Look, I know what you've been told since you were a kid. Save your money, put it in the bank, and you'll be safe. It sounds responsible, right? It sounds like the smart thing to do. But here is the secret the banks absolutely pray you never figure out. The banking system doesn't just want your money. They rely on your fear to keep the entire machine running. When you deposit your paycheck, you aren't just saving. You are essentially giving the bank a zero-interest loan so they can go out and turn a massive profit with your own capital. Think about it. You're netting a pathetic fraction of a percent in interest, while they take that exact same cash and leverage it into loans, mortgages, and investments that make them millions. It's a rigged game of musical chairs, and you're the one holding the bag. The moment you decide to keep your cash tucked away, the system panics. Why? Because you are opting out of their liquidity pool. You are taking back control of the one asset they need to sustain their inflated balance sheets. They want you terrified of inflation and market volatility because fear is the ultimate glue that keeps your money inside their vaults. But what if I told you that your safety is actually your biggest financial liability? It's time to stop playing by their rules. Let's pull back the curtain on why your savings account is the bank's favorite weapon against your long-term wealth. Let's talk about the survival trap. You've been programmed to believe that leaving your money to sit in a standard savings account is the ultimate act of financial prudence. It's what your parents did, and it's what your bank manager insists you do. But look at the math, not the marketing. While you're sitting there, feeling secure, inflation is silently eating away at your purchasing power every single day. The system loves this. They thrive on the illusion of stability, while your real wealth slowly evaporates. This isn't an accident. It's by design. By keeping your money stagnant, they ensure you remain dependent on their products, credit cards, personal loans, and high-interest financing. If you actually grew your wealth, you wouldn't need them. So they create barriers. They make investing seem risky or complex, so you'll choose the path of least resistance, leaving your cash in their hands. But growth isn't about taking reckless gambles. It's about velocity. When you move your money out of their controlled environment, you start to see the cracks in their narrative. They want you to stay small, stay liquid, and stay compliant. They want you focused on the pennies. They pay you in interest while they use your billions to fuel their own growth. You are the fuel, but you're getting 0 miles per gallon. It's a vicious cycle designed to keep the middle class in a permanent state of financial paralysis. It's time to break the chains. Here is where the tension really builds. When you start pulling your capital out of the banking ecosystem, you aren't just moving numbers on a screen. You are shifting the power dynamic. The banks operate on a principle called fractional reserve banking. In plain English, they don't actually have your money sitting in a vault waiting for you to pick it up. They take your deposits, lend them out multiple times over, and hope you never all show up to ask for your cash at once. That is why they panic when liquidity flows away from them. Every dollar you pull is a dollar they can't leverage. Every dollar you hold is a tool you can use for your own growth instead of theirs. This is why they make it difficult to move large sums, why they hit you with hidden fees, and why they try to keep you within their proprietary platforms. They are terrified of you realizing that you are your own best bank. When you control your liquidity, you stop waiting for their permission to invest in opportunities. You stop waiting for their approval for a loan. You start being the one who dictates the terms of your financial future. The panic you see in the system isn't about the economy. It's about their loss of control over you. You are becoming a sovereign participant in the market, and that is the single biggest threat to their bottom line. Keep watching. This is how you win. Let's get real about the psychology here. They want you to feel anxious about having your money outside their reach. They frame liquidity as something you should fear. What if the market dips? Or what if you need cash in an emergency? They weaponize your own survival instinct against you. They know that if they can keep you in a state of low-level, chronic stress, you'll never take the step toward true financial autonomy. It's a classic move. Keep the user afraid, keep them reactive, and keep them tied to the institutional tether. But notice something interesting. When you actually achieve control, that fear vanishes. It's replaced by something they absolutely hate: clarity. When you know exactly where your capital is, what it's doing, and how it's working for you, you stop being a customer and start being an owner. They don't want owners, they want subscribers to their financial misery. Every time they send you a security alert or try to upsell you on a protected savings product, they are just reinforcing the cage. True freedom isn't about having a higher balance in their account. It's about having the option to walk away entirely. When you master your own psychology, you stop fearing the system and start recognizing it for what it is. A giant, fragile house of cards that only stands as long as you keep believing in their version of safety. You are the architect of your own wealth, and it's time to stop letting them build your house. So, how do you win the game? You stop being a spectator and start being the player. You've seen the curtain pulled back. The safety of the bank is a mirage. The inflation trap is real, and your liquidity is the ultimate power you hold. The winning loop is simple. Learn, earn, and control. First, keep your emergency funds accessible, but outside the grasp of predatory institutions. Second, rotate your capital into assets that actually appreciate, not just ones that sit in a vault gathering dust while the bank bets against you. Third, and this is the most important part, keep questioning everything. The moment you stop asking why, you've already lost. This isn't just about money. It's about breaking a generational cycle of financial servitude. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and you now know exactly what they're trying to hide. The system depends on your complacency, but you've chosen to be aware. So take that extra step today. Look at your accounts, audit your dependencies, and move one piece of your financial life into a position of true, unshakable control. If you found this perspective useful, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started on dismantling the myths that keep you from your true potential. Don't let them win. Stay informed, stay aggressive, and I'll see you in the next one.